The coating durability test puts XS through a cycle of 10,000 strums. Through the lens of a microscope, it is clear that XS retains its composition better than other coated strings. Testing complete.
Hey, this is John Bohlinger with Premier Guitar. We are in the historic Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm with Charlie Starr of Blackberry Smoke. Charlie.
John.
Hey, man. Great to see you. I love your playing, love your whole thing, dude.
Same to you. Thanks for being here.
That is really nice to say. I don't deserve that.
Well.
But let's start with this guitar. I've seen you as a junior guy.
Yeah.
Plenty.
I've had this guitar since 1993, I think.
Got in early.
Yeah, well, I moved to Atlanta from Lynette, Alabama, which is just down the highway, about an hour and a half. And,
yeah.
I moved to Atlanta because that's where you could play music for a living, they said.
Right.
Go to Atlanta, they said.
Yeah.
Anyway, not long after I got there, I befriended a guy named Ted LaThang who worked at a little guitar shop called Clark Music on Ponce de Leon. That's the way we pronounce it in Atlanta.
There we go.
And back when music stores were so cool.
God.
They still are, but it was a really cool mom and pop.
Yeah.
Sorry, it died, unfortunately. But anyway, I went in one day and Ted said, hey man, I got a guitar you need to look at. And it had belonged to Rick Richards from the Georgia Satellites.
Wow.
And since 1993, 94, I've found videos of Rick playing it on YouTube from 82, 83.
Oh.
Anyway, it's a 56. It was obviously refinished sometime in the late 70s or so. And somebody put a Bigsby on it at some point. And it had a Leo Kwan, and then this is like a repro of a Leo Kwan and a Badass. And nothing is original other than the piece of wood. And funny enough, I have a lot of juniors, a lot of 50s juniors, because they're my favorite. This one sounds the best. It's the heaviest.
Yeah.
It's the ugliest. But it sounds best.
That's it. It's like...
and it's got words on the back.
That's great.
So, and all this wear that looks like it's been through a fire, that's mine.
Yeah.
That's honest wear for the last however many years that is.
Yeah,
93
29 years?
That's my belly.
Yeah. That's
Actually,
great.
some of that was Rick's belly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean... Whatever. It's funny what you get used to. The first time I had it refretted, this guy that did the refret, he was angry with me. He's like, "How could you let it get this bad?" And I said, "Well, you can get used to anything."
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, you can. So the first time have you had it refretted more than once?
I've had it refretted 3 times.
God.
In that many years.
Wow, you are playing that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, that is a very cool start.
All right.
Love it.
What now? You want to keep going with juniors?
Oh, whatever you want. You got a ton of cool stuff here.
This is a 56.
Oh man, that TV white. Wow.
And it is actually, this guitar is all original parts-wise, well, except for the tuners. But this may be a Mojo Axe bridge, but it is a refin also.
Oh, really? Wow.
And so if you're looking for a really good TV yellow refin, which they're so hard to replicate, to nail, Joe Reggio.
Oh yeah, sure, I know his work.
He nails it. I mean,
boy, he did nail it.
That tells the tale, right?
Yeah, you never see that right.
This one's light.
Now. Woo! Wow, just a fraction of what the other one does.
Just a little guy.
Oh, and that finish is I mean, I thought it was all original. It's just spot on.
I shouldn't have told you that.
No, yeah, no, don't tell them when you sell it.
Right. Keith, yeah. You'll never guess where that ding came from. Keith Richards' belt. No, it's, and this one, it sort of begs the question about weight.
Yeah.
Because this one sounds really, really good too.
Yeah.
To my ears, as does this one, and they're easily 2 pounds difference.
Yeah.
I mean,
easily.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do I know?
Okay. We're 2 for 2. Charlie.
All right, I like single pickup guitars.
Sure.
So here's another one. And we're in refin mode right now.
Good. Love the refin.
I keep a lot of guitars. I usually have about 10 on the road because that's what fits in this box.
Yeah.
And I'll rotate out things, from time to time.
Sure. As you do.
This is a 63 Esquire.
Oh, that's great.
It's a refin. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Everything else is right. The neck, I bought it because the neck is just perfect, and it weighs about 5 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And it is a monster.
You know, the strap almost weighs as much as the guitar.
Totally. Okay, I saw it almost flew out of your hand when you grabbed it.
God,
And
that is great, man.
It's just got the patina on the headstock there and the cigarette burn.
Oh, yeah.
Back when people actually smoked.
Yeah, cigarettes.
Before they started smoking strawberry shortcake and outside.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
Yeah, that's great.
And then to go along with that one is this 65, which now, no, sorry, wrong guitar. You can probably, I don't know a lot about Fender finish, and there'll be a lot of people that'll probably have opinions, maybe, but I was told that this is a factory black 65 Esquire.
Wow.
I don't know. It's a really good one, no matter what.
Yeah. This is light as well.
It didn't look to me like a factory finish, but
Yeah.
it looks like it's a refin. Even the way it's coming off.
Right.
Then the back is really extreme.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know, but it's a great one, and it wasn't the finish that drew me to it anyway. It was the way that it sounds and the way that it plays. But
Yeah, what a great guitar. You know, though, I mean, a factory finish 56 years later, God, who knows?
it's those two are really good examples of Telecaster style guitar, T-style guitars that the single pickup. To me, it makes the most unbelievable difference, and I'm told that it's like a physics thing.
Yeah.
That there are no magnets up here that are getting in the way of what's going on here.
Right.
And I mean, I'm a physicist, so I subscribe to that theory.
Yeah.
I love it. I have other Telecasters that just aren't nearly as they're not as large sounding as these guitars. Not
Yeah.
even about gain or power. It's just these sound bigger.
Yeah. No, I get it. There is some kind of magic to that single pickup guitar thing.
John, you are a B-bender player.
I love them.
I am a B-bender player as
You
well.
are.
And this one I've had since the late 90s, maybe 99,
Oh, yeah.
back in the 1900s.
Yeah.
And it was just the Nashville B-bender guitar.
Yeah.
Stock Fender. This is the Parsons Green bender.
Sure.
I don't know how it's different than the white, but I guess the mechanism
Yeah, I
is somehow
think
different.
the difference is it's connected. It's they designed something that Fender could pop in a hurry, and it's
Okay.
all connected. Because like on a Parsons white, you're routed through there,
Right.
and here it's going on the outside.
Okay.
So I think it's kind of an all-in-one, but it's a really clever design.
Well, I got it. Britt, actually, our drummer, bought it for me.
Oh, really?
Um,
Great guy.
because I borrowed one and we made a record and we had a B-bender song, and he's like, well, you got to have one.
Yeah.
And so he bought it for me, and I had to pay him back. It took forever.
Yeah.
Because I was the kind of guy that's like, I'm going to give you $5 a month for the next. But when he gave it to me, it was really shiny and new, and it had just a plain white 3-ply pickguard, I believe. Anyway, so I bought this pearly pickguard, and I was working in a body shop at the time, and I thought it needs some it needs some things. It needs some character. So I wet sanded the whole thing and rubbed it by hand a little. And I thought it needed binding. And at that time, it was the first time I'd seen those Merle Haggard Tough Dog tellies. And they only had binding on the front side, on the top. So I taped it off, and that's acrylic enamel. I painted it with a brush.
Wow.
And it's still hanging on.
God, that is great.
So if you need faux binding, I'm your dude.
Yeah. Charlie, I'm so impressed. That looks great.
It's really held on.
Yeah. Jeez. There you go.
What else, John? What do you think?
I don't know. I love that you personalized that thing yourself, man. That's great.
Here's a 64. This is a pretty new acquisition.
Ooh, wow.
I found this in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's a 64 Bigsby guitar, 335.
Fabulous.
It was really dirty and needed frets immediately. And the guy that I got it from was a really great dude. It was his granddad's guitar.
Oh, and, great.
So it had been sitting on someone's leg for a long time.
Yeah.
And it had just gouges at the C, G, and D.
Sure.
And so great repair guy, Stan Williams, down in Georgia. He cleaned it up and fretted it. And he did say, he's like, this guitar, when I dropped it off, he's like, this guitar looks like it's been sitting outside in a barn since 1964. And I said, yeah. And he goes, and I don't know how the dude was able to get a bird to shit inside that F-hole. I said, I don't know either, but it's a really good one too.
God, that's great. And 64, isn't that the Clapton year?
It is.
Wow.
And a lot of people, don't really go for the 5-speed there, but I really like it.
Love them.
I haven't felt it any other way, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, I love the 5-speed.
It doesn't. This one particularly doesn't feel too slinky or loose or floppy, as far as the neck angle and pitch and tension.
Yeah. Oh,
and this Bigsby, it never throws the guitar out of tune.
Oh, that's great.
So.
And did they have to tweak it, or is that just kind of how? God, that's great. Yeah, when they're right, they're really right.
They are. Yeah, and in the case have the bill of sale from the music store in 64, curly cable and a strap.
Oh, that's great.
So
love that stuff. Isn't that the best when you're on tour and you just find stuff like that?
Yeah, it's kind of a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, you can.
I'm only saying that because my wife might be watching. When people find out, if they know that you like vintage guitars, I say, keep it coming.
Yeah, that's right, people. So when you come to a Blackberry Smoke show, bring your old Les Pauls.
That's
bring
right.
your old Tellys.
Yeah.
Bring your old 335.
I like the guy that we will buy your house.
Yeah.
No matter what condition it's in.
Yeah, right.
Oh, this real quick. This is a very controversial character, Mr. Gabriel Curry, Echopark Guitars.
Oh, yeah.
This guitar, I think, before I had it, it was Brad Whitford's.
Oh, wow.
And
cool.
it's just great. It's just a fantastic. It's a piece of mahogany, the maple top, and then it's an ebony fretboard, I believe.
Beautiful.
I believe. I'd have to ask Gabriel, but he's an artisan, and I mean that guitar. It may have the best. This is the Echotron, his Filtertron.
Sure.
At the time, and this guitar is from about 2012 or so, I think. And I'm not sure who wound this neck P90, but whoever did, it's fantastic.
Wow. And not a big volume disparity between the two?
Not at all, and there's nothing I could do because it's just a toggle switch and one volume.
Yeah. So if it wasn't right?
Yeah. That's commitment there.
Yeah, that is. That's commitment.
That was a really good one. That pickup there has really got that quack that Filtertrons have,
Yeah.
Just really good. Can never say enough good things about people that are good at what they do.
Sure.
He's just Gabriel's good at it.
Yeah. Okay, that's very cool. I've loved them all so far. Not a dog in the bunch.
Not a dog here. Oh, This may be the last one, and no, it's not. There's a couple more, but this is a 64 Polaris White.
Wow.
SG Jr.
Love that.
This one has, I didn't do any of this. It was this way when I got it. And how do you do that? I mean,
I
was he
know.
playing with a metal gauntlet on?
Yeah. I don't know. That is really weird. It's like archaeology, you know, looking at old guitars, wondering what they went through. Yeah, it would be a little distracting on your hand too.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
But in the moment, you know, you lose that. But
yeah.
That guitar is a great example of how the 60s P90s are a little different than 50s P90s. There's a little different voice there. These may be a little hotter.
Wow, that's great.
I don't know why that might be. I guess there are probably people that could tell me why. But
in fact, do that in the comments section.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us.
People will often ask, though, guitar players about just opinions, like which P90s I like best. Yeah. And they mean a new wind, you know. And I don't really say, I mean, it's those I like best. Yeah. I mean, because the age, you know, time has done something to the magnetic parts of the pickup, you know, or even the wind itself. I don't know. I know I'm just rambling, but time is just such a factor.
Sure. Oh yeah.
With acoustic guitars and pickups and everything. Transformers and I mean, I guess I would say that they're seasoned. So and Tyson Tone makes a great set of P90s too. So
there we go.
And Lawler too.
Yeah, sure. There's some great pickups out there.
Everybody makes great pickups.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, okay, great guitars. Do you want to look at amps and pedals?
Let's do it.
Okay, Charlie, we're in amp land. Tell me all about it.
Okay, these two are 50-watt heads, and they're made by Greg Germino from Graham, North Carolina, who is a Marshall savant.
Do you mind if I move this
Go
baffle?
right ahead. Yeah.
I love these baffles, by the way.
I do too. I don't, actually that's not true. I don't love them. I don't love having them. Yeah. But, you know.
Yeah.
It was actually either plexiglass or something that's a little.
These are cool.
A little prettier.
Yeah. Well, these look very Blackberry Smoke.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you.
Plexi would not.
So 50-watt base circuit plexi.
Oh, okay.
50-watt master model plexi. So sort of like this would be like 1976 era when they first started putting the master volume on the JMP.
So were you a Marshall guy prior to these?
Always have been, yeah. And still am. Yeah. I have a plexi and I have a couple of Marshalls that stay at home because they want to break down on the road. These, knock wood, are reliable and they sound great. And Greg is a great person. Yeah. And he really cares, and he's just the most knowledgeable guy I've ever met about Marshall style amplifiers. You know? Sure. And he listened to he came to a show, and he listened to what I was playing and what I was playing through, and said, "You know what you need, because you play this way, you need this." Wow. So
and he was right.
I'd say so. I love it. But also, and this is on all the time, is an Echopark Vibromatic 23. It's basically a Tweed Deluxe.
Oh, wow.
6v6, and it adds that 6v6 kind of creamy sweetness all the time. And that cabinet it has a single 12 and two 10s. Wow. And they're warehouse speakers. They're fantastic. They're American Jensen style speakers. This is two greenbacks, and this is two greenbacks and two G12H 55s. Okay. And mounted this way.
So, are you running all three amps all the time? Or are you doing a stereo thing, or what's the configuration?
Because 3 amps is odd to me. Yeah. There's a lot of weird phase that goes along with 3. So 2 are always on, and it's this one and this one. And
that's a just in case.
This is a backup, and this is hidden back there because I'm told I'm too loud, and we're in ears.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't. My amp could be next door, and it wouldn't really matter to my in ears. But except for I like to hear it in the house.
Sure.
But anyway, at some point, I was asked, can we piggyback this because it saves room, number one, and we don't have walls of Marshall. So
yeah.
And I said, I'm a team player. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, it's amp jail over here with pretty fabric.
Okay, that's great. Well, let's take a look at pedals.
All right.
Okay, so Charlie, now we're in pedalboard land, kind of a modest pedalboard. What's all going on here?
Crybaby. This is an aluminum Falcon, which is Piedmont Electronics clone.
Yeah. And you're not taking any chances on losing those settings.
You know what, man? My toes always kick the buttons, and I've threatened for years to buy the drawers and the.
Yeah.
I just never do it. I
love
when I see people that have the really tidy board with just the buttons. I'm really jealous every time. Anyway, one of these days I should probably take the plunge, but nothing's worse than kicking a pedal on and it's not where it's supposed to be. So tape.
Yeah.
Tooch, you're the best taper in the business, friend. The tape's always fresh.
Yeah.
But and then love Analog Man. Mike is just the greatest. And Sunface there for the fuzz business. This is a Chase Tone, the secret preamp, which is like the EP3 the 70s Echoplex that has, that preamp accidentally made everybody's signal a little sweeter.
Yeah.
I think that's what that accomplishes. The Wampler Faux Tape Echo. I was using an Echoplex on the road for a while, and even the tube tape echoes.
Wow.
And
that's a commitment.
They're so temperamental, I gave up.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is always going to work again. Without some nights, it was like, well, it's not working tonight, so hope you don't want any echo. Super trim for all your tremolo needs.
Sure.
This thing it's got a little sweetener also when it's on. So I taped it down where it only has two settings. It's one speed all the time, and it's either the tremolo on or off, even with the pedal on or off.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
demonstrate it if you don't mind.
Well, so here's it's pretty mild. It's not. Now that's the pedal's still on, but now since I'm in amp jail, you can't hear it over here. But if you had in-ears in, you could hear that it's a little brighter and sparklier with that on. You don't always want that with every guitar, but
that's clever. That's a clever way to do it.
People that have in-ears in the band, if I have what am I trying to say? If the attack of the tremolo or the size or the movement of it is too much, they'll be like, I'm gonna fucking faint.
Oh yeah.
You gotta turn that down. So
you get a little seasick when it's really on.
And even me, if I can't get away from it, if I walk over here and it's the same as if I'm standing there, they're like, whoa, what are we doing? Vibe Machine, Dry Bell.
Good.
Great company in Croatia.
I like it. It's subtle. It's not too over the top. And you said they're from Croatia?
Yep.
Oh, how cool.
I was turned on to them several years ago by Nick Perry.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a big vibe lover. And he said, if you want a good vibe, you got to get one of these. And I've had 3 now. This is the Mark III, I think, or maybe 2, but they added some modifications, like some dip switches inside where you can give it more low end or more drive, or I just kind of leave it on the factory default.
Sure.
I live life at factory default, guys.
Yeah.
No.
Like to have options, don't like to use them.
Don't like to use them. Yeah.
One pickup.
Yeah, that's right. This is an Analog Man modded MXR Phase 45. It does a similar thing to the Vibe machine, but different, because you know the 45 has got sort of a sweeter, like a honey drive. That's
Sure.
probably what he should call it. Is
Okay, sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
And that's about it.
Hey, if you don't mind, I kind of want to hear what these overdrives sound like.
Okay.
Try.
I keep the aluminum Falcon. I don't go very high with the drive because it's still really just a sort of a clean boost at that setting, but it's adding just a little bit of gain.
Well, and that seems like what clones do best. You know?
They're transparent. The volume I keep all the way up just to get above the band in a you know, in a full volume situation.
Yeah, so you can just drown out the band if you need
That's
to.
right. I want them to go away at that point.
If you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the tone knob is, I just always keep it at noon. Just seems to work best there, but. And it cleans up nicely.
Yeah, that's got to be hard to turn off. It sounds so good, right?
Yeah, and I don't hear a lot of, funny thing, I mean, you might hear it when you listen back, but it's not a huge volume difference even with the volume knob up all the way. But it does give it it lifts it above the roar.
Yeah, yeah.
Above the raucous. And then, of course, the sun face is...
Yeah.
Fuzz.
Yeah, I bet that thing get away from you every now and then.
It can. It does what it does.
Yeah.
When I want to be gotten away from.
Yeah. Yeah, when you don't want to be in control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, you know, it's like 1,000 pedals in one. Like. So that really kind of chimey.
Yeah, that's great. It's great. And then I want to hear this tone, this chase tone bit.
Yeah. Hey, let me change guitars.
Oh, yeah, yeah, of course.
I'll give you a better example.
Oh, good. Okay, now we're in Teleland or Esquire land.
Yeah. So that pedal, the secret preamp, just for a little bit of a thing, you know, I'll use it with Fender, with the what am I trying to say? With the Esquires, rather.
Okay.
And single coil guitars.
God, that sounds great.
A little over the mountain.
But straight in, it sounds great.
Yeah.
I mean, geez. You don't use, you keep it pretty dry. There's not like a lot of verb or delay or anything like that. You got a delay, but I don't hear you use it. It's not like an obvious on all the time.
I've never been much of a reverb user, being as I was always really a Marshall amp guy more than. I mean, I love Fender amps, but just always played more Marshalls than Fenders.
Yeah.
And Marshalls don't have Fender reverb.
Yeah. There we go.
Sorry.
Well, Charlie, God, man, great. It's great hearing you play. Great seeing your stuff.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations. You guys are just taking over the world.
Well, love doing it.
Yeah, right. What's not to love?
Yeah.
All right, now I'm with Paul Jackson of Blackberry Smoke. Paul, thanks for being here with us, man.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, I got to hear about this.
Okay, yeah, this is my 79. Yeah, I've had this guitar, I think, for 18 years. I'm getting old, so it escapes me. It escapes me.
Heavens no.
But,
old, no way.
I know, right? But yeah, it's a great guitar, man, and it feels good and solid and it's heavy. And
do you know what the pickups are?
This, I think I have a 69 reissue somewhere in a Pearly Gates. A buddy of mine put them in.
Cool.
Like I said, I'm old and I forget a lot of things. Sue me.
Yeah. I love that it's not a pancake body.
Yeah,
because most of the 70s.
Oh, and it has Dickie Betts' autograph right here somewhere.
Oh, God, now that just made it even cooler.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so is that your number one electric?
Yeah, this is my number one. Yeah, I love this thing.
Do you think it was a plain top to begin with, or do you think it was stripped?
They never told me when I bought it. It was hanging on the wall, and I picked it up, and I was like, I am sold.
Yeah, right.
I got this at a Guitar Center in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
When they had guitars in there.
Yeah, right.
And then I have this little goofy thing here. It's for Unity.
Yeah, love it.
A lot of people ask what that is. And
all about the Unity.
Yeah. But that's
it's an excellent number one. Okay, let's look at the next one.
All right, then I have, where's my stuff? Here we go.
Oh, thank you.
Then I have this.
Wow.
I don't have my glasses, the 40th anniversary. And I had to, I think I got this from Carter's, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I've had this for a long, long time. I had to, I didn't use it for a while, but because my son denies it, he's over there. He messed one of the frets up, so I had to get it refretted.
Yeah.
It's still your fault. But yeah, this is just a great guitar. I think they released this in the 39th year.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, but I think that was a story I was told. I could ask somebody about it. But
well, somebody in the comments can some nerd out there will say, yeah, that's 39.
No, dummy, it's not that. You're wrong.
That's great.
And then I have this, I think this is a 79 right here, or 78.
Love it.
And this is definitely a favorite of mine. I bought it in Noonan, Georgia, where I live, and I didn't even have any work done to it. A lady had come in, and her husband had passed, and they had it in the shop, and I was like, sold. And I've been looking for one of these forever.
Yeah, I love that. Love that.
Man, a lot of people know what that is.
And obviously all original, right?
Yeah. I haven't touched the thing in here. I mean, she got it out from underneath her husband's bed, and now I own it.
Yeah. Great. Okay.
But that's the story of that one.
Love that.
These fellas right here, I bought this about 10 years ago, and I think this is a reissue. I'm so slack on the knowledge. I forget so much. And then my buddy Frank Hannon from Tesla gave me this for my birthday.
Oh, really? That's great.
He's a sweetheart. He's a really good dude. He even signed it on the back. It's really nice of him.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, my son tries to get these too, but
yeah, sure,
not gonna happen.
Yeah,
but anyway, SGs.
Okay,
that's been it.
Great lineup of sexy Gibsons. I love it.
Yeah, and then I have an acoustic, but that's pretty much about it.
Okay, great, man. Well, let's go talk amps.
Let's do it.
Okay, so now we're in amp land. Tell me about it.
This is my JCM 800. It's a pre-85. I don't know exactly what year. Don't shoot me. Maybe somebody out there can tell me. I don't know. But it's pre-85, and behind there is just a regular Vox AC30.
Okay.
And I run them both at the same time. I don't go back and forth.
No, more is more.
I'm old, so volume is that way.
Sure, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't use, pedal. I just use what the amps give me. That's the whole point to me.
Yeah.
And then I just use pedals for little salt and pepper here.
Now, it says Paul Jackson mod. Did you mod it?
I did at one point, and then I took it back to Andrews in Atlanta to turn it back into a Marshall.
Okay.
Because I kind of didn't like the way.
Yeah, I've done it. Not all mods are what you want.
So whoever modded it put my name on there. I didn't do that because I could really care less.
Yeah, they wanted to be nice.
I am.
They wanted to be nice.
Totally. But yeah, it's a great amp. I've had it for so long. We had it since we started Blackberry Smoke. And,
that's great.
And the cabinet's the same way I look at it.
Looks high mileage.
Yeah, I've dropped it a few times.
Oh, sure.
And I'm claiming this bass amp too because I have to have a bass rig near me.
Yeah.
So Richard has to carry 2 out here for me.
That's great.
So, and all that other cool stuff, that's Benji's. He's got some killer stuff too.
Okay. So essentially, Marshall and Vox on all the time.
All the time.
Cranked.
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm old school, just like to go for it. And there'll be a time when I like to change up amps on tours.
Yeah.
I was thinking, Fenders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just to,
sure.
More stuff to buy.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can edit that, can't you?
Yeah. Hey, let's talk pedals.
Let's do it.
All right, so now we're at your modest pedal board. Let me take it from all the way through.
Okay, this is, Crybaby.
Now, are you running a 1/4-inch cable into it?
Yeah.
Or are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just quarters in there. But Crybaby, and then I got the mini tube screamer. Every pedal board should have a tube screamer.
Oh, yeah. They all do.
And if they don't have them, they should get them, just saying. And you can comment on that too and disagree, but you should have them.
They will.
They're fun to have. Anyway, I got a way huge overrated special. I went and saw Joe Bonamassa once. Me and Spencer went up on stage and he played through his, and I was like, I'm getting one of those.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have the aluminum Falcon 3. It's like a Klon, but it's a small version.
Sure.
It's to mimic it. I have the Klon, but not the real Klon, but it's just too big, so I just bring that out. And it sounds dope. So what I usually use these 3, 4, they're all, distortion pedals, and I use them separate. It's like one night if I'm playing a solo, I'll use this one on this one song, and I'll come back the next night. If we do that same song, I like to pick and choose.
Yeah.
Not use the same thing every night.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but.
No, I get it. It's inspiring.
It's just fun to have.
Yeah.
And then the Eddie Van Halen Phase 90.
Love that.
Yeah, we were just talking, it's my favorite pedal.
It's the perfect weird pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a simple, elegant design,
A little tip, I'll tell you. If you don't know what you're doing, hit the phase pedal. Nobody will ever know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not kidding. I use it all the time. Yeah.
Hit a bad note.
Yeah.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
And then, the tuner. You got to have a tuner.
Yeah.
And then a Wampler tape echo. I do love that. I mean, it's just perfect. I have that on here at the moment. And then I got one of these JHS reverb pedals, the $99, and that thing is great.
No, it's great.
I need one for the house also,
Yeah. And the radio, is that for your acoustic?
No, it's the AB for.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, for your amps. Okay.
I just leave them both on.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
And we were using. Now I'm on a wireless with my acoustic.
All right. So when you're playing acoustic, do you run it through anything or just straight in?
Straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really never tried running it through anything else.
Yeah, it sounds great. Why mess with it?
Yeah, it's a Martin, so just let it go.
Yeah. Great.
What happens, happens.
Right. Well, Paul, hey man, thanks so much. I know you guys got sound check.
Oh yeah.
They're rushing us out of here, but so great meeting you.
Good meeting you.
Congrats, man. Love the band.
Right on.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. Till next time.